Meta released a new assistant called Meta AI, which is built with LLAMA 3. In this video, I will be showing you how to use this new released AI tool. It is currently available on 3 platforms: Instagram, WhatsApp, and there's a website for it. We will be trying out the website and evaluating it on 5 activities which users commonly use ChatGPT for. These are the key takeaways. They are claiming it's a better assistant, it gives more info, and it generates image faster. So let's try it out. The first area is content creation. This is the prompt I'll be using. The prompt is generated with Perplexity. Just a quick heads up, Meta hasn't rolled this out to every country or every continent, so this is currently available in the US. If you're not in the US, if you try to access this URL, this is what you'll be hit with, and we do not know how long it will take them out to roll it globally. When you enter, this is how it looks like. This is the interface, and these are some sample or test prompts you can use. Basically, I would explain later in the video. Some things happen when you don't have a Facebook account or where you have to log in with your Facebook account. This is the imaging section, and I am using incognito for a specific reason, and this is what you see with the imaging, but you can't do images if you don't have a Facebook account. Let me paste the prompt here. So this is it to write me a story, pretty short, and this is what I came up with. These are some of the buttons you can put to see if you like it or not. If you give it a bad response, you can say one of this. So let me say not relevant. Let's say 8,500 word. One thing I'm already liking is how it's well written. It's well arranged in a format where it makes it easy for you to understand, and it's looking very smooth compared to like ChatGPT. It's well paragraphed and well written. So I'm not directly analyzing the content, I'm just going off this of user experience. That's it for content. Stay tuned for activity 2, answering questions and providing information. This is the prompt we will be using. Can you explain the concept of blockchain in simple terms and provide examples of how it is used in real world? So we would see how the Meta AI answers this better, or how it provides answer to straightforward questions, and see if it can make it very simple for us to. So I've pasted the prompt here. The UI is very nice, and I see a mix of how Perplexity does things with the link or references to how it came up with this. Let's say make it more simpler. So I'm trying to see if it can work on the previous prompt, make it much more easier to understand for a child. So what I'm trying to see if it can pick up what I prompted earlier, if it can build on that. So, okay, so it did quite good justice there, and it's using a magic notebook analogy, and it explained it much better. So if you click on the view sources or something, you would see the sources that these were gotten from, and it's not bad. In this area, it's quite good. The third area on our list is coding tasks. A lot of people do, or developers carry out, and software engineers, they carry out coding activities with ChatGPT. So this is one of the most frequent activities being done with this chat form of AI model. And to test the Meta AI, we would be using this prompt. Write a function that takes a list of numbers as input and return the sum of all even numbers in a list. So I would paste that here and see what it comes up with. This would test how well it handles programming tasks. I think for a basic coding stuff, it looks good. So this is written in Python and gives an explanation. So let me ask it to reverse a string. The code is well formatted. I think this is pretty common across all the AI models I've seen, Perplexity included with ChatGPT, and it gives like different variations on how you can do this. Although I read it isn't really great with very, very complex programming tasks, but for basic stuff or fundamental stuff, it looks good. For the fourth one, we have productivity and task assistance, such as creating weekly template, planning your day, and all those things. So this is the prompt we would use. Let's see how well this is being handled. This is what it came up with on a Monday. So it plans from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday. One thing I would give it to them is the interface is really nice. It's very friendly to the eyes, and you can easily follow through. Once you've updated, it works fine, and this is how it just shows it. So we have Monday, Tuesday. I said between 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and from the looks of it, it's stopping at 6 p.m. That's pretty okay. So the fifth activity on our list, we have entertainment and creativity. So for people trying to write fictions and they just want starter stuff, or trying to write entertainment stories stories. This is a prompt and I'll see how well it comes up with this one too. Don't forget, you can like, dislike, and you can easily copy this. Although for this, you would prefer if you can take this in a markdown or a well-formatted template if you want to copy it to doc and some other things. So we want to see how well you can generate content for entertainment. We would try to see what it comes up with. It is pretty well paragraphed, and I would say in terms of creating content or writing stories, the Meta AI tool is really good for it. From what I've seen, if you look at our first prompt too, which is this one, is well paragraphed and well spaced, so it's easy to read. I'm not really analyzing the content of what's written there, but I like the fact that the readability to the eye is pretty much there. And that's this one. So we have one more, which is the image generation. Sadly, we won't be generating any image here, and that's because I don't have a Facebook account. And if I create one, which is something I'm about to explain in a minute, what you might experience if you recently create a Facebook account, just to use the Meta AI tool. But let's see the type of images people have generated with Meta AI. So one of them is this one, and something notable is most of the generated images have a sort of watermark. You can use any free AI tool online to remove that. Another thing is it a bit fast from what I read, not low out. So you can also make GIFs, sort of small motions with it. So people have been using that, and so far from what I can see, it isn't that bad. But they are dedicated tools. So if you just want a general purpose image or you want to generate basic image for free, definitely something you can try out. But don't forget, you would need to create a Facebook account. Now, so the stuff I wanted to explain at the beginning of the video is, if I come to an actual profile, one of my profile, and I try to do meta.ai, what would happen if I get redirected to try.meta.ai? And the reason that is because I created a Facebook account recently just to use the Meta AI, and every time I try to access this, I get redirected. So the workaround I did was to try it out in incognito. At the same time, I would say this affects newly created Facebook accounts. It doesn't affect old Facebook accounts. So if your Facebook account, you have made a post, or you have been using Facebook for the last 4 or 5 years or so, or 3 years, or you have made a post. So I believe Meta can tell if your Facebook account has been newly created just to use their tool, and they might be blocking that, or is an actual bug. But just to work around that, that's just an heads up. So before you try the tool and try to really create the account, I don't know if that will ever be fixed, but what happens is you get redirected here and you are not able to actually use the tool itself. So if you face that, you might have to use incognito just to try whatever it is you want to try, but you can use like the image, because for you to generate images, you need to create a Facebook, and I will suggest you use an old Facebook account or a Facebook account that has like 2 or 3 posts in the past, not a recent one. That's pretty it. We evaluated the tool on 6 areas, and looking at our results, one thing we would give Meta AI is the UI is quite nice. It's easy to follow the text. It's pretty much great for stories or writing content, and you can use the way it is represented. The paragraphs and spacings are very, very nice too. That's it for this video. Let me know what your experience is with Meta AI, if you've also faced this blocker that I just explained earlier. And if you've generated images, you can leave a link to your image. Also, don't forget the image you generate has a watermark, so you might need to use any of the online watermark removal to remove this watermark. That's it for this video. Bye.